Okay, hello guys. It's taken me all day just to do these 3. I thought I'd get a bunch of these out today, but I have to get better at this. I have to get better at, when I'm given a message to get it out there, but I'm always like, I'll do it later, or nobody really cares about that, or whatever. But I have got to listen to my guides more. Like, there's more than just the sessions people order, there's messages to get out, and I have to get better about this. So, this is kind of, it's a collective read, but more for all of us, I guess. So what I was seeing is, okay, let me preface this by saying it may feel a bit political, and I'm not trying to be, but this is the message I'm getting. So they're showing me two sides, right? Which politics is always two sides, but like right now it's really divided. And what they're showing me is, I'm not going to say which side is which, that's up to you to figure out, but like on the one side, there's a small group of people, and they're kind of like in a meditative state. They're like sitting in a lotus position, and their eyes are closed, and they're just like meditating and getting grounded. On the other side is just a lot of fighting, and then getting exhausted and taking a break, and then fighting, and then getting exhausted and taking a break. This goes on and on. And the people, the smaller group, they just sit there. They're just sitting there. They're still. They're, I don't know, meditating, getting grounded. They just sit through all the fighting. They know the fighting's going on next to them on this other side, but they just sit there. And then the side where they're fighting, and they get tired. And then suddenly, like, somebody looks over and sees this small group of people that are meditating and seeing how they're not bruised and battered. And so somebody goes and sits with them and follows what they're doing. And so now he's sitting with this group, and they keep meditating. And then on the other side, they're fighting. And then they lay down and take a break. And it's like more and more people, when they get to the point of exhaustion, they look over and see these people meditating, and they start to trickle over. One by one, they start to trickle over, and they just kind of do what the other people are doing. So I don't know, take that how it resonates. I feel like I'm supposed to say, we've been talking for a few years about most of the people that got the invite to be a VIP was because I felt like they were empaths or HSPs or Lightworkers, something along those lines. And some of you have, high callings. We all have callings, but the point is, like, we're equal. And I think the message is to just keep doing what you're doing. Like, ignore the fighting, don't get involved in it. And it's like, this is why the light workers are here. You're going to maintain your peace, keep working on your energy, stay out of the stuff. And eventually other people are going to be like, what are we doing? Why aren't we over there? Do you know what I mean? I hope I'm explaining that right. I always wish I could just get these visions in other people's heads, or find a way to like animate them so you could see what I'm seeing, because it's hard for me to explain it. Okay. I guess I'll just let that go. So, okay, that's the first thing. Nope, I guess I'm not done, because I went to try to see if I could shift focus, and they're not letting me. So, there's something about how the people who want to be involved in the fighting and the chaos, it's exhausting, and they're getting bruised and battered. And it's like, if these people weren't sitting here calmly and meditating, they just continue on to infinity. But it's like, eventually they get exhausted, and they take a break, and they look and like, oh my gosh, I don't even have to do this. Like, it's up to you to maintain peace with yourself, so that other people, these people involved in the chaos, can see it's possible. Like, they don't even realize it's possible. They're going to be getting exhausted, and it's going to create a lot of openings for people to awaken, and to awaken to the fact there are people who literally are not aware of the fact that they can make a choice to not get involved in the chaos. Like, they're not even aware of the fact. And so it's up to this small group to just sit there and just show them there is a choice. You have a choice. And you don't have to go with all the suffering that comes with this. But the point is to not say that. You're not going to be able to say that. You can't, someone who is engaging in chaos, you can't tell them they're engaging in it. They think that, it's happening to them. They don't realize they're making that choice. So you are to just sit there. You don't lecture anyone. Don't, try to pull them out of the chaos. You sit there peacefully so that when they're exhausted, they look over and they see there is an option. I can choose that option. I hope that makes sense. That it's just going to be, for a while, it's just going to be constant drama, chaos. And if you're on the side I'm talking about, and I'm not saying side political, I'm just saying the side of the vision I'm talking about, stay there and maintain your energy as best you can and stay as calm as you can. This fighting is going on next to you. Don't look over, don't lecture, don't try to drag anybody to your side. Just stay focused. Be there so they can see there's a choice. Because there's a lot of people with a lot of mental conflict, and I hate to say this, but it's all divinely orchestrated, because things got so out of hand. In order to bring it back, it has to go and spin into chaos. People don't change until they're so miserable they have no choice but to change. And it's this chaos, and it's these points of exhaustion that they go through is when they're going to be able to look over and awaken to the fact that they're choosing this. They're choosing to be in conflict. A lot more people will now be watching you, because, and I know a lot of people talk about how they feel like they're just getting into their spirituality, a lot of people that I work with. But a lot of you, just since we've been working together alone, a lot of you have been working with since 2020. You're 5 years in. You know what I mean? You're a lot further than a lot of people. So there are going to be people looking to you for help. And I'm by no means am I an expert. I've been doing this for probably 20 years, but I'm still learning things every day. So there's, you know what I mean? There's always someone that's going to need your help. There's someone who's truly just beginning, somebody who absolutely has no idea about energy or about making the choice to not be in conflict. So you're going to be the guide for a lot of people. There's going to be more people, the term they're using is spiritual seekers. And so you can take what you know, and even if you feel like you don't know a lot, I want to say you know more than you think you do. But even if you don't, you know something, and these people are starting from scratch. And I'm getting that a lot of us, it's why we're here at this time, is for this moment of learning to stay centered. And how I'm always lecturing about keep your energy as clear as you can and da-da-da. And since you've been working on your energy, you're already so far ahead of the game. There's people that don't even understand energy yet. Do you know what I'm saying? And so the purpose is to stay focused and stay out of it, and just maintain that lotus position, not literally, but you know what I mean. Just stay in your peaceful self and keep working on your energy, and eventually the people are going to look over and see you and see that there is a choice, and they're going to need help because they don't know anything else yet. It's going to lead to a lot of awakenings. I'm hearing be the example. Sit in stillness and work work on our own connection with God, Spirit, the universe, whatever you call the higher power. Stay focused on your connection. And that's going to be the light that the people will see. And they'll be able to take advantage of the points of I don't know what this means, the points of exhaustion. They just keep showing me like a cartoon, how you just see the people tumbling over each other and all the squiggly lines, like they're fighting like that, and then they all kind of lay down and take a break, and then they get back into the rumble, and then they all lay down and take a break. And it's at one of these points when they're laying on the ground that they look over and see you guys. And I'm seeing someone having a conversation with, it's two women having a conversation, and one of them is someone that's involved in the chaos, and she's talking about how exhausted she is by all the news and the chaos, and that it's like all getting to be too much. And you're at peace, and she wants to know how you're at peace with everything going on. And you're explaining, when I was having anxiety and when I didn't know what was happening and the rug kept getting pulled out from under me, I started working on my energy. Whatever you do, I started meditating or saging or whatever it is you do. And you explain that, and you're really going to help this person. I feel like it happens, obviously, in multiple situations. This is just the one they're showing me. And you can guide them. You can either, you show them what it is you do, or you show them the book that changed your life, or whatever it is that helped you when you started your journey. I'm getting that you all will be able to recognize when the opening is there, because the heavy message is like, don't try to, like, that took me a really long time to learn. Like, I'd see someone in chaos and I'd want to reach in and drag them out of the chaos, and you can't do that. You just have to stand back and wait for them to be ready to walk out of it. And then when they're ready, you'll see it, and you'll see the opening, and you'll see the opportunity. Like, you can choose this, and you can start here, But it can't be forced upon anyone. It's like people with problems with drugs and alcohol. You can't save someone if they don't know there's a problem yet. And so the whole message is to stand back and stay focused on yourself and stay centered, and let them come to you, and they will. I feel like this is heavy on, especially this time of year, because a lot of us are struggling with families, right? People are not agreeing. And the message is, don't get into the shouting match. Don't get pulled into that. Don't think you can save anybody with your opinion, or how you see it, or what they should be choosing. Let them make the choice, and they will, because it's coming from a higher place. Stay connected. Keep working on your own path and your own whatever practices you do, your whatever learning you're doing, your healing journey. And that even if you feel like you don't know much, or you haven't walked very far on your spiritual path, you're a lot further than you recognize. I just heard, don't forget prayer. Sorry, I did not mention prayer. If prayer is what you use, because it's not like I don't pray. Prayer, meditation, whatever you do, housework, whatever aligns you, gets you grounded. Frequencies, I forgot to mention that because I have that in the background too. Frequencies help. Pets, a lot of people, they're showing me a lot of people get grounded just being with their pet. Pets are very spiritual beings. They're very advanced spiritual beings. It's why they know. I should mention that. If your pet doesn't like somebody, you better watch out. Pets know. Being around water. Being in nature. Specifically sitting by a tree, they're showing me. Sitting with your pets by a tree. Listening to different frequencies. Different kinds of music. Whatever it is that brings you peace and makes you feel grounded and connected on like a deeper level, maintain that. I heard gardening, artwork. This is almost specific, but I don't want to say it's this one person. It could be a lot of people, but you know who you are. There's a couple projects that are like it's art, but it's like film art that's going to be created that helps people awaken. It's almost like so if somebody made a film, you know how like M. Night Shyamalan is famous for this? Like he pulls you in thinking a movie is about one thing, but it ends up teaching you a lesson about something else. It's kind of like that, but like on a much bigger scale. Like it literally awakens people to something. I'm not downing his work. His work is amazing, but I'm just saying this is like more than people walking out being like, I never thought of that. Like it's almost life-changing, dare I say. But they think they're coming in to be entertained in one way, and it teaches them something else. I don't know how else to say this, but there's one person I've talked to about this already. So that's just confirmation for you. Getting in touch with your innate gifts. A lot of people are going to be recognizing the gifts they have. Like a lot of people are already empaths, but like everybody has their own specific thing they're just naturally good at with your spiritual gifts, whether that's getting messages or healing, Reiki, again, healing through art, healing through the medical field, whatever that is. People are getting way more in touch with that and like leaving. So if I grew up being told, the ultimate success is to be a doctor or a lawyer, and I better be a lawyer, and all of a sudden I realized like I'm not in this. I'm a healer. I need to go over here and do this. And a lot of people are going to do that. Like just what would seem crazy to most people. Like, why are you leaving that, $250,000 a year job? Because this is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be over here. I'm a healer. You know what I mean? That's going to be happening. And the environment is creating it so that you're finally like, I don't care what anybody else says. I'm doing what I'm called to do. Like a lot of things seem bad, but a lot of good is coming from it. Where I would say, I've always said like I haven't liked the last decade or so because narcissism has gotten out of control. But in my own life, it has helped because it helped me stop giving a damn. Sorry to say. But I no longer care because I get to the point where I'm like, what do I care what narcissists think? I'm going to do what the hell I want to do. It's like that. Like the environment is creating that for people where they no longer care how things look or what people have to say. It's going to be a bit crazy. Well, I mean, it already is, but it's not out of control. And I got to keep reminding myself of that too. It's not out of control. It looks like it because we're in the middle of it. But if we could pull back and look at the whole picture, you'll see how every single act, although it's like 1,000 acts at once, every single one of them has a purpose. And our job is just to pull back and sit focused and stay as peaceful as we can be, and clearing our energy, and keep working on ourselves, our healing, our learning, whatever your specific path is. And eventually, one by one, the other people will look over and see you and see that there's a choice. Okay, I'm going to end that. That's already 20 minutes. Jeez. Okay. Sending you all positive energy. Bye.